Good morning, my dear students. Kailash Chandra Panda welcomes you to his English environment. Students, in our last episode, we discussed the second part of the story, A Letter to God. Today, I am going to discuss the third part of the topic. In this video, we will go through the text of 6th to 10th paragraph of the topic, meaning and use of some new words and phrases, use of some words in noun and verb, some related words, main points of the paragraph, short answer type questions and their answers. So without delay, let's go to the 6th and 7th and 8th paragraph of the story. All through the night, Lincho thought only one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lincho was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow, also broke out laughing. But almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting off a correspondence with God." Now students, let's discuss the meaning and use of some new words. Instruction, which means furnish with information or knowledge. For example, I have been instructed to get up early and have a morning walk. Conscience, the moral sense of right and wrong. Your conscience is your highest authority. Lincoln was an ox of a man. Here the writer uses the device metaphor, a word or a phrase that is used in an imaginative way to show that somebody or something has the same qualities as other things. Here two things are compared, but the region of comparison has not been given. For example, his words were a knife in his heart. It is raining cats and dogs. He threw the baby out with the bath water. He has a heart of gold. Now daybreak, which means break of the day, early morning. I always get up at daybreak. Now in order to, which means for the purpose of. I am working hard in order to get good marks in the examination. Now mailbox, a box into which mail is put. Now employee, one who provides labor to a company or another person. For example, Mr. Das is a bank employee. Now career, which means the period of service or a person's occupation. Washington started his career as a soldier. Now amiable, which means pleasant and friendly. Mr. Das is a amiable person. Boss, a person who oversees and directs the work of others. My boss is not at all an honest man. Now break out, which means to begin suddenly. He broke out in sweat. Now correspondence, which means the act of writing letters. I do not have any correspondence with Mr. Mahapatra this month. Resolution, which means a firm or strong decision. By February, most of the New Year's resolutions are forgotten. Now let's use some words in noun and verb. Place. In noun, Jaipur is a beautiful place. In verb, the resignation of Mr. Das placed us in a difficult position. Now need. In verb, I need rupees 5,000 urgently. In noun, I cannot fulfill your need. Crop. The farmer had lots of crops to sell at the market. In verb, she has cropped her hair as a man does. Now envelope. I need an envelope to save this photograph. In verb, she has enveloped a blanket over her. Now drop. Every drop of water is important for us. And in verb, she dropped the glass and broke it into pieces. Stamp. Postal stamp is necessary for a letter to mail. Verb, stamp your letter properly before mailing it. Address. In noun, write the address correctly before posting the letter. In verb, the letter was addressed to my old place. Now comment. The teacher gave a good comment on my essay. And in verb, the teacher commented that Rama is a good player. Now students, let's know the antonyms of some words. First, night. The antonym is day. Amiable, unfriendly. Everything, nothing. Conscience, immorality. Following, preceding. Hungry, well-fed or satisfied. Now let's see the main points of the paragraphs. We have known students, the night after the hailstorm was a sorrowful one for Linko. But Linko was not helpless. He consoled his family that God was there to help them during the bad time. His knowledge and past experience had taught him that God must have seen his honest labor. All through the night, he thought how to beg God for help. No doubt Linko was a hard-working farmer and he worked in the field like an ox, but he had known how to read and write. At the daybreak of the following Sunday, he wrote a letter to God because he would have to go walking to the town and post the letter in a post office. In the letter, he wrote, "My dear God, I need your help badly. And if you do not help me, I, as well as my family members, will remain hungry this year. I need 100 pesos urgently to start my cultivation again and to live and feed my family till the new crop comes." Because the hailstorm, he wrote about his honest labor and the plight he would face in future, as well as he requested God for 100 pesos. He put the letter in an envelope. On the envelope he wrote only to God and walked to the town carrying the envelope. In the town he went to a post office, brought necessary stamp and pasted it in the envelope. Then he put the envelope into the mailbox and returned home. An employee of the post office who was a postman by designation but helped the postmaster in his office work got the letter of Linko while sorting the letters. In his service period, he had not seen such an address, so laughing heartily, he went to his boss, the postmaster, and showed him the letter. The postmaster, who was a fat, pleasant, and friendly person, at first broke out laughing, but immediately became serious, realizing Linko's strong faith in God. He said that if he had such faith, he would also write a letter to God. Friends, let us now discuss about some short answer type questions and their answers. What was Linko's only hope? The help from God. What did Linko think all through the night? How to get help from God. What has Linko been instructed? God sees everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. What do you mean by the statement, Linko was an ox of a man? Linko was as hardworking as an ox is. How did Linko work in the field? Like an animal. How much money did Linko request God to send? 100 pesos. Why did Linko need 100 pesos from God? To sow his field again and live until the new crop came. What did he write on the envelope? To God. What did he place on the envelope in the post office? Postal stamp. Where did he put the letter he had written? Into the mailbox. Who got Linko's first letter first? The postman. What was the postmaster like? Fat, friendly, and pleasant. My dear students, in this way we have completed the third part of the topic, a letter to God. Next time I will come with the fourth part of the topic, which is the last part of the topic. Till then, goodbye, stay blessed.